Wonderful, amazing, spectacular tea people. I hope you are having an amazing, what is today? Wednesday? Thursday? What day is today? Wednesday for me, probably Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning for the rest of the people who might be watching this stream. I hope you're doing wonderfully well. I am extremely tired. I am exhausted. I am thankful that all of the people that have bought tea, and I spent the weekend running around the tea fair. Couple things first. Sale news. Sale. So let's do the sale first, and then we'll talk about what. This is pretty special. This is pretty special tea. I'm going to be sending out an email my time tonight, or perhaps early morning tomorrow morning. And that will be for, I haven't quite figured out exactly how much money the sale will be for, but it will be for more than usual. And so the people in the newsletter will get a head start on the Black Friday, Cyber Monday stuff. So they get a head start on that. And then the rest of that sale will start on like Friday. And for everybody else. And so they'll get two things. They get one, a head start, and two, they will get a bigger discount. So for the newsletter. The second thing is I'll do it again. You can see here, when I go to places and I do fun stuff, I oftentimes get sort of free teas. And so I've got these free teas sort of sitting around, and I might drink them, I might give them away or whatever it is, but this is what we're going to do for the sale. So if you get the, I haven't figured out what the number yet is going to be, but it'll probably be like one or maybe two. I haven't decided yet. If you get one of those, then you're going to be getting some of this. You're going to get one of these. And what this one is a pretty fascinating white tea that I got for free. It's actually made by a friend of mine. Actually, I mentioned him in one of these before. I mentioned it. He's the Susan Pien. He made this. And this is a beautiful white tea. I don't even know how good it is. It's supposed to be really, really good. I haven't even tried it yet. I just got it at the Nantou Tea Fair. And so if you get in the sale, if you have the last numbers in the last number, then you get one of these. And then this is some white tea. So you get either that or the white tea. Hey, man, how's it going? You get the white tea, this white tea, or this white tea. This is some stuff from Nantou. This is super special. This is the white tea from Nantou that is from the hybrid Sancha and like Qinshin tea trees. And that's what this white tea is. And then we'll see how many. I've got some other things too, but that's what I took a picture of. So anyways, what'll happen is if in the 10, like every 10th person who makes an order, then you will get one of these for free, and it will go with your order. And I'll probably have some other things. Those are the ones I took the picture of. Did you find the guy I told you, or does he meet the Matt standards? I found somebody way better, which brings us to the tea right here. And who did I find? I found a man who has had some drama. There's been some drama in this man's life, and we laughed about the drama. But he has a tea garden filled with 100-year-old tea plants. And he's quite famous in the Western tea worlds for his roasted teas and for his famous tea garden. I don't know. Does anybody know the name of that particular tea master? Well, that particular tea master, I met him, and we talked about the drama we could talk about the drama a little bit, about what happened with the drama that happened with him in the past. And I bought a bunch of his tea, and I am going to learn from him, and I'm going to buy a bunch of his tea now that it's possible to do. Now that it's possible to do. And I tasted the aerobic milk oolong. I believe it's GABA. Faint raisin, sweet potato note at the end, but mostly butter cookies in taste. Yes, there you go. So it would be the GABA, and it would be from the GABA man. Who's that? His name is Chen Huayin, Chen Huayin, Mr. Chen. And he is famous in the Oh, come on. Sorry, I forgot my gosh darn scissors. He's famous in the foreigner world for his beautiful teas, which I had never tried before because I had stayed away from him because of the drama. So there was weird drama that happened. There's somebody who like bought his rights for selling teas in the United States or something like that. And anyways, there's drama about that. And yes, 2088 Taiwan. That's exactly it. That is the fellow. And I just bought, there wasn't very much left, but what this is the springtime tea from the Bainian Huayin. So the 100-year tea garden right here. And I bought all that's left. So I tried it. And I was like, dude, what is this? And he's like, oh, it's this. And I'm like, who are you? And he's like, who are you? And we got to talking, and we knew of each other. And the U.S. company is closed now, I think. I don't remember. I don't want to talk about names. I don't even remember the names. But no, I don't think anybody's closed. But somebody tried really hard to corner the market on this man's teas. And there was drama. And I have been rest assured by the man himself that all of the drama is done. And I stumbled across this. I didn't even really, I wasn't paying attention, right? I was just sort of like going through and just sort of having fun at the tea show. And I saw, oh, he's got this big, huge picture of the roasted stuff and some pictures of old tea plants. And I was like, oh, what's this? So I tried some of the tea, and I was like, what is this? and then after I did that, I walked away. I was like, oh, I'll come back. I said, take the card, and I walked away. And I came back the next day, and I sat down, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. What's your deal? Who are you? What's this tea? And then he started talking, and then I realized who he was. And we hit it off. I mean, he's a really, really, like, his teas. I tried a bunch of them, and I was just like, and then I tried this one, which again is the 100-year stuff. And I just went, I'm buying all of this. I want this tea, please. Like that's what I wanted. I want this tea, please. And so by the end of it, looks like I don't know what I'm going to do. We got to talking about all the different things that happened and all that sort of stuff. And he's like, why don't you do it? And I'm like, I don't know, but I'll buy your tea. I'm going to buy your tea. It's closed. Really, it's closed. The phone died right after I typed that. Yes, the answer is yes. Okay, yes, the answer is yes. It's the 2088. And I'm totally happy. You want to know what this is, where this is from? Anybody watching? You can go to www.2088.taiwan, I believe, is the website. And but I do not think you can buy this tea. I'm almost 100% positive you can. But he might have some left. Maybe I just bought all that was at the tea show. He said that was all he had left, but it's not like I'm going to press him and be like, am I the only one in the world who has any of this left? That's not what's going to happen. But I bought a bunch of his teas. I'm going to drink them and learn about them because I've never tasted charcoal roasting like this. Never. And it's a mix between the fact that the tea trees are really, really old and the fact that he is an absolute master tea roaster for how he does this. But this tea right here, this has been roasted twice for like 6 hours, 6 to 8 hours at 150. Well, anyways, obviously he doesn't talk about the exact number. And it's charcoal, so it fluctuates. But between 140 and 160 Celsius for like 12 hours total. And it just tastes like, it's like, I'm looking at it in the cup right now and it's so thick, I think this guy done roasted dong ding, but it's probably from the same dong ding family. Oh, he's got all that stuff. He's got unroasted and roasted. But what he's really good at, and what blew me away is um, was the roasted stuff from this garden. And it's super thick, and it's like you can just feel it. You can feel it from the top of your palate, sort of moving down to the bottom of your palate. And I've had so much dong ding oolong, and this is just, it's just something else. It's just something else. It is, it's just something else. It's a beautiful, beautiful experience, this tea. And as you can see, I'm not drinking it in the crappy way that I usually do. Right? It's, I'm not doing it in the crappy way that I usually. I got out this one. I wanted to get I wanted to make sure that I could really taste it. So I didn't actually get out this is the electric fired teapot. This is not the wood roast. I wanted to really, really make sure that I was getting all the beautiful taste out of it. So I used the electric fired, not the wood fired, for this one. But it is milky, smooth, and this is like the mid roast, but it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Was shocked you brought out the flathead pot. Yes, well, it's this tea deserves it. This tea absolutely deserves it, and yeah, I how much was it? How much do I have of it? I think it's less than a kilogram I got of it. I think that's all there is of this tea. Now, like I was saying earlier, there's going to be the sale. There's going to be an email that goes out tonight for, like, I haven't figured out, might actually be 15% off. I haven't exactly figured out what the percentage is going to be, but I think it's going to be 15% off. And that will be, you can just see how thick this is. It's just so thick. Just beautiful. Roasty, toasty, beautiful dongding. And like I said before, these bad boys, they're going to go out. There's this and more to everybody. I think it'll probably be one. If you got one in the back of your number, then you get that. But that's what's sort of going to happen today. But this will not be released yet. I got to drink this and understand this and go through this and really deeply understand what I bought. I bought like all his different levels of roast. And so this is going to be how I'm going to understand and learn about charcoal roasting. And I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know if you can sort of see here just how thick this is. It's almost like a Chen pour. It's like a pour thickness on this, which is fun. And I'm happy I found it. Is that your roasted tea or it's the HY Chen tea I'm drinking? Yes, yeah. Is it Taiwanese Da Hong Pao? Not that great. I didn't actually find it. I tried a bunch of roasted teas, but the Taiwanese Da Hong Pao, I don't think it was at the show. There's a couple big sort of roasted tea companies that you can often find at the shows, and one of them was there, but the other one wasn't. And so, yeah, I don't think what you sent me, I don't think that company was there. But I'll have to admit, I didn't actually. When you go to one of these tea shows, it's I remember Tea Curious, who is a wonderful wonderful woman, and I remember her telling a story. She's a very sort of introverted and extroverted, but anyway, she really enjoys drinking the teas and being close with the teas. And she said that she got like halfway through one row and then she's like, I'm done. You know, like it's so intense. It's so intense to sort of walk through there and try all these different teas and be around there. So I have to admit, I wasn't exactly searching for it. But there's still someone for you to look on your downtime between picking. Absolutely, right? Absolutely. This winter is definitely something something I'm going to do. And yeah, so this is the HY Chen, I guess, is what it's usually done in the sort of in the Western world, and thankfully the drama is done. The drama is done. Now his story is, before he had just a really small tea garden, like really small, and he would have these teas, and that's why they're so widely fought over in the Western market, because people from the Western markets couldn't get access to teas of his quality. For me, it was never a problem. I could always get teas of high quality because I lived here, I spoke the language, I can go find all these places. But for somebody who was from far away, it was really, really tough to be able to go in and find teas of that quality consistently. And he produced them consistently, and he sold them to the West. And so he became quite famous with a small group of vendors, or a medium-sized group of vendors, I guess I should say. And but he recently, I think last year, he bought, or no, I hesitate to say bought. Anyways, he took possession of a much larger tea garden. And so he's going to have producing a lot more teas. So not only is he going to be producing a lot more teas, but he is going to be he's going to be producing a lot more teas, but he's also going to be a lot more busy. So he's not going to want to deal with with a lot of foreign vendors unless they're buying huge amounts. And so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with him. But I'll tell you, I'm definitely going to be. I'll go visit him and try a bunch of his teas and have a lot of fun. So to describe this tea, what is it? Think about, okay, when you get electric roasting, like this tea is just so warming, right? When you get electric roasting, you're going to be able to control the temperature a lot more. You're going to be able to control the taste points a lot more, but then you're also going to have sort of sharper definitions between the flavors. So for example, the Old Master Dong Ding, which is an amazing tea, electric roasted, but master roasted, right? It lives up to the name. You have a toasty up front, so it's toasty, stops. Then in the mid-mouth, you're getting sort of a wider, fruitier flavor. Then the aftertaste is that caramel fruit flavor coming up in the aftertaste. And so you get those like, when you do the charcoal roasting, if you do it well and you do it expertly, you get all of those flavors like melded together. So you can imagine the electric, you are doing this and there's dividings, where with the charcoal, it's much more of an organic sort of smooth process all the way through the tasting profile. And that's what you're getting with this tea. You're just getting that all the way through. And also the leaf material on this. I'll have to, I don't know whether I'll do it today, but I'm going to have to pick it all out and look at it really closely and see what the leaves look like, because it's apparently a mix between a bunch of different cultivars, but the tea trees are all really, really, really old. And from the feeling that it gives and all of that, I believe it for sure. The flathead pot was made by the same guy that makes your pots. Yes, absolutely. But this one is just made by sort of, it's not Huayin clay. It's just sort of normal clay. And I should have measured this out better because I'm getting a good flavor. I'm really enjoying it, but I don't think I put enough leaf in it. I definitely didn't put enough leaf in it. I could have filled up this pot and have it sort of go a lot more. But anyways, it's quite interesting. I haven't checked, but did you know what year the tea you're drinking was harvested? It's this year's spring. This year's spring. This year's spring. And from the spring this year. And you can see it's the authentic package. All right, it's the authentic package. So what you're looking at, you can look at the red characters. So the red characters that are over here, this is 100. That's yes, 100-year tea garden, and then over here you've got the different seasons, and the one that is picked is the one that's red is the springtime season. And then the other characters are too hard for me to know. So I am sort of like a grade 1 kid, grade 2 maybe, when it comes to Chinese characters. But I got 100-year tea garden down. I got that down for sure. I should add more leaf, but I'm not going to because it's already 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm already sweating. This tea is making me like just sweat. It's actually a really cool day. It's like really nice. And I'm wearing the t-shirt and I am sweating. This is such a hot, roasty tea. Like this is just like I guess I was getting the May leaf going there, but this is like it's so warm. It's so warm. What's the cultivar of the 100-year-old tea garden? Well, that's the thing. It's a mix between a bunch of different cultivars, and I think I've got to press them on it. I didn't really press them too much on it because it was the tea show and we didn't have all that much time to chat. Pretty sure most of it is sort of mixed between cuttings and seeds. So it's like this. It's just been these tea trees that have been there forever and ever and ever in this family. I had tea at 9 and I'm still up at 2 a.m. Yes, well, there you go. I'm sure you were just testing out the cha chi, right? And you found that it was strong cha chi. I'm so exhausted. I'm still exhausted even now because when I went to Taipei, oh, so good. When I went to Taipei, I drove up in the morning. So I woke up really early and I drove up there. I got there for 9 o'clock, started at 10 o'clock, drank tea solidly until about 4 or 5. Went out, I got a pizza because I knew I needed to get something in my belly, and Huayin has crappy pizza, but up in Taipei, they got good pizza. And I couldn't sleep. I drank so much tea during the day that I just couldn't sleep. I was up until 2 o'clock in the morning, just sitting there, just going in the hotel room going, oh crap. So it's real. If you're sensitive to caffeine, it is real. It is real. Precursor to Chin Chin, perhaps. Well, basically, yeah, it's probably Chin Chin or like a landrace of Chin Chin. That's probably exactly what it is. A sun, moon, lake black, and a Yunnan yellow in one night didn't help. No, those two definitely would not help. It would not help, especially if the sun moon was a summertime pick. The sun moon lake was a summertime pick and organic. Then you probably a lot of bug bites. Or if it was a clean tea and from the summertime, a lot of bug bites in that area. And so I'm not going to add more leaf because I like my sleep. But I am going to leave this steep in for a very, very, very long time. And really, what's interesting about this tea is how smooth it is from the start to the finish, and how it's like warming. Like hopefully you guys can't see that, the beads of sweat that are on my on my face right now, but it's like it's just warming. This is a tea on a cold day. If you just got there and you in the cold day in the wintertime, you drink this tea and it would just warm you right up. Like it would just be like, I can't believe how warming it is. It's so wonderful. And the feeling that comes from it, and just, on a sunny day in November in Taiwan, it's probably not the best tea, but it's a beautiful, beautiful warming tea. Summertime pick from a Japanese old Assam tree, supposedly. Well, there you go. You'll get a kick out of that. You will get a kick out of that for sure. And I want to do a list. I'll do a quick list of the teas that I picked up. So I picked up an unroasted dong ding from a good spot. I really liked it. It was just really well done. I got a osmanthus green tea. I only got a little bit of it, but it's so much fun. It's just one of those happy time teas. It's just all the osmanthus is their osmanthus. The green tea is their green tea, and they live close to my friend, who's the guy in his 80s who does the Sancha green. So they're close to him. Anyways, organic tea. Then there was I got the Shanlinchi wintertime pick, which is really nice this year. Great weather, beautiful tea. The Shanlinchi, the Phoenix Valley Shanlinchi. I'll probably add that to the site for the sale. I've already packed it up. Then I got some of this. And then the fun one or two, I got the number 7 Myanmarese or Burmese cultivar from Taiwan that is an old cultivar, and one guy grows it. And then I finally got some of the number 21, which is a Jimon or Kimon mixed with Taiwanese tea together. So I got those 2 black teas done from Sun Moon Lake. And so those are 2 pretty decent teas, like they're a lot of fun. I'm trying to think, there's probably some other teas in there, but whatever. Are there some chin qualities in that tea? When is the sale? So the sale for the people on the newsletter will start tonight. Either I'll send it out either this time, like in like 6 or 7 hours, or in 12 hours. So either in the morning or next. Either in 6 hours or in 12 hours. 6 hours or 12 hours? Yeah, 6 hours or 12 hours. Well, 6 hours and like 20 hours. Anyways, whatever. Soon. And it'll be like a big percentage. Right now, the American dollar is high, which means that I can get teas for, people pay in American dollars. I can get more tea for the buck, bang for the buck. And so I'm happy to pass that on. So I'll probably have a bigger sort of discount. And does it have chin qualities? Absolutely. Absolutely. This is basically chin oolong, but just really, really old school chin oolong. Really old school chin oolong. They're beautiful. They really are. Or this tea is beautiful. And the leaves, the leaves are beautiful. I really, really am enjoying this tea. For what the roast level is, the temperature and the way it's done, it's just so natural. Like it's not like heavy charcoal bite. It's just hot. And I'm trying to think what else. I think that's probably it. That I got at the tea show. This is just such a high quality tea. It's just such a high quality. The aftertaste, everything about it. It's so smooth, and it's so different than the electric roast. Like I was saying, the electric roast just has these points, these pinpoints that you can pick out. Whereas this, the charcoal roast, well done, is much more flowing, much more sort of one piece all the way through. And yeah, it's awesome. It's really, really nice. Okay. So any other questions about anything that I've covered so far? Like I said, this will probably not be on the site. Actually, I know it won't be. I got to go through it and really figure out pricing and descriptions and all this different stuff for this beautiful tea. This will not be on the site for the sale, but Winter Pear Mountain will be on the site, a fresh tea. The Shanlinshi Winter will be on the site. And then there's all sort of the teas from all through the year. The fall teas and all that sort of stuff. Everything will be, I think it'll be 15% off. I think it'll be 15% off basically everything, except for the sets and the, not sets and not the subscription. But basically everything else will be 15% off, which is fun, for sure. And it's a little bit, the sale is a little bit earlier this year, so thankfully the shipping should be no issues at all. Should be able to get out to everybody, and everybody should get it by Christmas if you want to get Christmas presents and things like that. Oh wait, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it. Here we go. Oh wait, I gotta go get my. I really should keep it right here. My present from a very nice lady who sent me my present here. And so here we go. Let's go in here and pick out a leaf. We'll do this quick, right? I do have to go eventually, but let's take out some of these tea leaves and we'll see what we can pick out from these tea leaves. Now, what's really interesting is I am not getting any at all, any type of Shansha or Camellia formosensis type of taste, like none at all. So these 100-year-old tea trees are definitely, well, take a look at the leaf. Here we go. What does that look like? That's about as chin-chiny as you can get for a tea leaf in Taiwan. That's like that's chin-chin. Chin-chin oolong. Clear heart or green heart or clear center, or all of the other things that you might find in marketing to translate that. Now, this here, you can see it's actually it's pretty long. Like this actually looks a little bit like Camellia formosensis, but the sides, the edges of it do not. All right, so that's definitely chin-chin of some various sort. But I will say it's a little bit narrow. But no, I mean, that's pretty similar to the varieties that you'd get right now. Nothing all that special. The Burmese Black, how is the cultivar different? It's from forest-grown Burmese trees. And it might actually even be from seed-grown. And it is a weird mix between the flavor. The upfront flavor is similar to a chin-chin kind of, but the back end is like pu'er. Like it's like the sort of the Yunnan style black tea flavor in the back end. So it's a weird tea. It's really soft. It's floral, but it's got an edge. And I only had it a couple times, right? I tried to keep drinking it, but I'm there in the tea show, and there's people everywhere, and I'm translating and I'm making jokes, and they're like, oh, you should have been here 5 minutes ago. There was another foreigner, and then I'm like, why? Because I'm a foreigner, I know all the foreigners. He's like, well, no, but all these conversations is I'm drinking the tea, and anyways, that's what I got from it. That's what I got for the number 7. And the number 7 is extraordinarily rare. Other than this guy, I've never seen a number 7. He was saying how the TRES, the research station in Sun Moon Lake, had come and taken a bunch, or asked for, and he'd been given a bunch of cuttings from these plants because they just didn't have any of these number 7 anymore. Wow. This is going to be the favorite of a lot of people, especially those that love warming feelings coming from their tea. It's going to be a favorite. But there you go. That's it for now. So H.W. Chen. His teas will be on the site sometime in December. And remember, the January subscription box will be roasted teas. There's going to be a bunch of roasted teas on the January subscription box, and this will be one of them. This will be one of them in that one. And so yeah, there we go. So plural from him. I'm hoping, yes, I'm hoping that I get a bunch of teas from him, because I would. I'd like to have the sort of the whole range of really high quality roasted teas. And who knows, we might make a deal about doing the teas or something like that. Who knows? But we'll just have to see, because of the teas I tried, I was really impressed. I was really impressed by his teas. That is for sure. Was it worth all the drama? I'm not a drama guy, but it was really interesting. What are his teas aside from the roasted land race chin chin? He's one of those guys that has sort of flowery names for all the teas. So there's just a bunch of teas. He's got just a bunch of them. And there's a lot of teas that are relatively new in the sense that he just took over like quite a large farm. So like a really large farm. So he was saying he can do like 1,000, so like 600 kilograms of tea and above in a year from this new garden. And so I think that new garden has a couple different types of cultivars. And he really seems like one of those guys who likes to do a lot of experimentation. And so I'm sure he'll do a lot of he'll plant some new cultivars, and he'll do a lot of different things. And he's a young guy. Like he's a young guy. So yeah, that's it. I managed to make the live again. Go to sleep, dude. Go to sleep. You should definitely go to sleep. And I hope after this you get to sleep quite quickly with my droning on about tea things. Put anybody to sleep. But I'm glad you could make it. And but anyways, I gotta go. Thank you for watching wherever in the world you are. Have an absolutely wonderful evening, middle of the night, late night, afternoon, morning. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next live stream. It's the holidays, right on? Oh, yeah. It's the holidays. That is true.